Hi everyone, my name is Manuel Frank.
My name is Jaideep Singh.
Hi, my name is Anthony Chelvanathan.
And I'm Jordana Barish, and we created Allegra Airways. Allegra Airways is actually the world's first navigation tool for allergy sufferers, which helps them find real-time routes with better air quality down to an accuracy of 5 meters. That means less pollen and less air pollution so they can get outside. Interestingly, recent studies show that pollution actually exacerbates allergy symptoms by altering the pollen structure, essentially making pollen more aggressive. And what that means in our bodies is that it can make the symptoms of allergies up to 3 times worse, which is one of the contributing factors to a recent phenomenon that we've seen in the literature showing that by 2050, up to 50% of the world's population will have some sort of allergic condition. Essentially, it's not your imagination. Allergies are actually getting worse, and we're here to help.
Anthony, I will go to you next, right? So kind of from a creative perspective, Anthony, when you think back to the start of this, can you tell us a little bit what led to the idea? What's the insight and what's the elevator pitch for Allegra Airways?
Awesome. Great question. So this all started with a great brief. It was super simple because it was so sticky that, you can think about it while you're walking, taking a shower, eating, whatever it is. It's for us creative guys, we're constantly thinking, so the brief have to be super simple. Super simple to a point where you could even turn it into emojis. And that's something that I ask in in Canada, my strategy team to actually brief me in emojis because if you can define problems in the most simplest communication ways for us to think about the solution, which is great. And this brief was very simple. That's what it led us to thinking of these incredible idea. Matter of fact, when we were being briefed on the call, we actually said it out loud. Hey, what if we create something where you can input it that gives you the cleanest route? And I remember it was silence for a bit. And then 2 years later, here we are, super excited and proud to be part of this.
Wonderful. Thank you. Jordana, I will go back to you if that's fine. So when you think, right, I mean, you're leading Allegra for North America. When you think about Allegra's brand purpose, how does Allegra Airways bring the Allegra brand purpose to life?
Yeah, thanks for that question. Because as a brand, it's so important for us to enable allergy sufferers to live their life freely without compromise. And that means without compromise in terms of the activities that they choose to do, getting outside, without compromise in terms of the relief that they get from the treatments that they're using. And part of that is not only the traditional medicines that they might take for allergy relief, but also innovation in other forms. And that's really where Allegra Airways comes in as a true innovation to help our Allegra consumer live their life without compromise. By harnessing the hyperlocal data on pollen and air pollution, we're able to guide people towards cleaner routes and really make what was previously an invisible problem. You really don't see, well, you see pollen when it's really bad, but you don't see air pollution most of the time. But by helping people to visualize this through the Allegra Airways tool, we're enabling people to pursue their passions outdoors and really live that no compromise life.
Awesome, thank you. Speaking about innovation, that leads me to invite Jaideep to talk a little bit about your partnership, Ambee's partnership with Allegra, and if you could tell us a little bit more how Allegra Airways is different from any tool that already exists out there.
Thanks for the question, Manuel. It's been, in every sense of the word, a phenomenal ride. We started this conversation, I think, around the middle of last year, and that's when Allegra first reached out to us with a mandate. And what's transpired, in the years since is nothing short of magic. Basically, partnering with Allegra, we were able to create the world's first navigation tool for allergy sufferers. Now, this is not only easily accessible, but extremely relevant, purely because this isn't static data at a particular location. Allegra Airways actually tells you the air quality and pollen exposure that you will face en route at any given point in time. This is down to a granularity of 5 meters, which is practically unheard of anywhere in the world. So not only is this innovation, but it's innovation for good, which to my mind is just phenomenal in every sense of the term.
Jordana, I have to go back to you. We will leave you a little bit off the hook when we go to the later pieces. But what we wanted to talk a little bit about is how does Allegra as a brand aim to go beyond the pill to help allergy sufferers?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, of course, we have the core functionality of Allegra Airways, which is already in and of itself beyond the pill and providing a service. But we've integrated additional functionality into the tool to enable consumers to find relief when they need it most. And that is through what we're calling dynamic coupon integration. So essentially, the way that it works is through our CRM program, accessed in partnership with Allegra Airways, consumers will have the opportunity to receive offers, discounts on Allegra that are tied to pollen levels at the time based on live pollen data. So as pollen levels are increasing in their area, they will have access to increased discounts on the relief that they need. It's about getting the right relief to the right people at the right time. Additionally, we've invited the community to take part in helping drive impact with Allegra Airways. So we've also integrated into the tool a feature that enables users to share their experiences in the moment. What are their symptoms? How is the pollen? How is the air quality in that area? And ultimately, we're hopeful that this type of data will enable us to share these insights with environmentalists and policymakers to inform infrastructure improvements in the future.
Let's speak a little bit about the design and implementation. Anthony, I'll go to you again. So, right, when we've created the navigation tool, there are many navigation tools, of course, already out there that are being used by people. When you think about the UX design and the logic, from your perspective, what makes Allegra Airways unique?
Yeah, for us creative guys, we just throw out ideas and hoping genius people around us at Edelman can, make it come to life. For example, other navigation tool tells us how to get from point A to point B faster. Our idea tells you how to get there with the cleanest routes. No navigation tool does that right now. And there are, quality data there, but that does not help when you are on the move. Another unique part for Allegra Airways is it's backed by 7-layer multi-model approach that combines 7 different sources, tracking 12 types of pollen, 6 types of pollution in real time. So for us, that was a game changer.
Amazing. Thank you. Jaideep, that gets me to you. So when you think, right, I mean, you're the specialist for the data behind it. Can you share the drawbacks that you saw with current air quality data and why it's not useful for people on the move and, kind of why Allegra Airways is such a game changer for them?
Manuel, current data will tell you what the data, again, like I said before, it tells you what the data is at point A, point B. What it will completely ignore is the kind of exposure that you have in while moving from point A to point B and just generally planning your day overall. That's why Allegra Airways is such an important tool. It shows you, what your exposure is or what it is going to be at the time when you are most exposed to air pollution and pollen when you're outside and so on, as opposed to when you're in the comfort of your own home. That's what makes it truly unique and truly powerful.
I go a little bit deeper onto this, right? Kind of one of the most surprising, maybe, or most valuable insights that we have is that we can go down to this accuracy of 5 meters, right? So a couple of feet for the Americans. Can you tell us how you modeled this data science for Allegra Airways? How does it actually work?
So it's multiple layers of data. It's simplistically think about it as a 7-tier cake, one of those wedding cakes. You have high resolution satellite data, on-ground air quality stations, data from on-ground air quality stations, live weather data that comes in, air quality sensors, the kind of impact that traffic and industries have, on top of which finally sit our AI forecast models that are based again on historical pollen and air pollution data for the globe. So that's sort of the science that goes behind everything that we do. We then, the AI kicks in, we do blind tests. There's a whole host of, validations that happen before any of this data is actually put out in the way that it is. So and again, for us to have, the models existed, the routing models existed. It was just a case of the foresight that the team had in wanting to really take this to the next level, which we were able to implement in record time.
Anthony, I'm going back to you. Right, we created a tool. Of course, that's the core of everything that we were doing. That's the one thing. Can you tell us a little bit how we made people understand Allegra Airways and got it to use them? How did we bring it into the hands of people?
We launched it during the Climate Week, which was awesome because when people were going from the hotel to the event, they were able to actually input their destination, and people were being educated and saw how it really worked. And the pedicabs were able to take the most cleanest route to the destination. And we did the same thing at South by Southwest. We've talked to the crowd there, and same thing. People were able to input it into their in the pedicab, where we provided them a tablet, and that took them from point A to point B at the cleanest route. And we also partner with Lance Bass, a celebrity who's also an allergy sufferer, through film and media approach, and he was able to spread the word to a larger audience, which helped us, drive more earned.
Jordana, can you share a little bit about the campaign impact for Allegra and what's next for Allegra Airways out of a brand perspective?
I'd be happy to. We're so excited about the impact that we're seeing with Allegra Airways. First of all, hundreds of thousands of routes have already been created in the tool, meaning that many people are navigating to cleaner air and getting the experience that they need to get outside. But in addition, since we launched, we've also gotten feedback from consumers. 9 in 10 people say that Allegra Airways gives them the confidence to enjoy being outdoors, which is so important as they think about navigating their life with allergies. And then, of course, from a business standpoint, we're also seeing very strong sales lift and sales impact here in the US, which we're really excited about. And as a result of all of these factors, we're evaluating our opportunity to bring Allegra Airways to more people, more markets around the world. We've gotten some great consumer feedback on our launches here from people that live in other markets saying, when is this coming to where I live? And we're really excited about the potential of scaling this and making Allegra Airways available to help more people around the world.
Thank you so much for joining us. Allegra Airways showcases how we can harness data and technology to significantly improve the daily life for allergy sufferers. It not only provides actionable solutions, but also paves the way for future innovations in healthcare marketing. It's a project that is a testament to the power of creative solutions in transforming lives. Thank you for watching, and let's keep pushing boundaries.